sky is blue. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. No. There we go. Anyway, yeah, we're playing some more Future Connected. And I got my Joy-Con fixed, baby! Where is this guy? Wait, hold on. Oh, there it is. There he is. Lochbahn. Lena, hello. Ah, you again. I've heard back from Gwyneth and the rest. I'm glad their issues were resolved. While I have you here, here's something I realized earlier. It's quite possible that the caterpillars gathered to eat the plump wild grass and the frogs to eat the caterpillars. Seeing as how you've taken out the caterpillars and the frogs, the wild grass might come back sometime too. I'll have some food shortages to grapple with till then, but that is my problem. Lucky for everyone then that you have won me some feeling in me, eh? I hope I was of some help. Such big relief! Miss Melia is such a talented lady. I'm honored that you think so, but you were the true inspiration here, Nene. Thank you for the help. We're all in your debt. And sorry for looking down my nose at you. That wasn't exactly gracious. When did you do that? Okay, swirly splash. There's a quiet moment inside. Don't know what it is. It hurts. Oh, here we go. Only a minute. Okay. Oh no, I need a chalk. Kino, get out. Get out of here. Which, like, literally, why not just give us, like, if there's 4 characters, just why can't the party be 4?
Brother, sister, Pon. Hope they're not giving Mama Pon too much trouble, kids.
And I am eating an entire can of baked beans.
Nene, there you are.
Something the matter?
Kino's been looking for you.
Because I
Something about stubbing his toe.
Little Pon never changed. Nay, we'll run back later and go. There.
You're a good sister, Nene. Or maybe more like a mum. By the way, what were you doing out here, Nene?
Nay, reminiscing about running tiny.
I see.
Wait!
So, that's where you were living before?
Yep, in Mars. Nay always ventured into Magna Forest with brother, sister, Pon, and
It's just Ricky Kid. Ricky's kid. Of course she
You were the
was living
responsible one.
in
That's silly
Sunfield
question.
Village.
No one was all good for nothing lazy bones. It all too much for Mama Pon to handle. So Nay have to help take care of brother, sister, Pon, and dad Pon all for you.
I wonder
That's
what
about
Ricky
it.
would have to say to that.
Dad Pon, after he'd chosen the village hero Pon, is set off on a great adventure with Mr. Shulk. Housebound, Twig's eye, hungry little Pon underfoot, everywhere.
Wow, I had no idea. Wait, was this after Ricky joined us? So that must
She
be...
just said it was. Joke.
Before Nene became friends with Mr. Shulk and everyone here, we actually 1 year ago back in Frontier Village. Dadapon, stop bubbling, bubbling. Dadapon, need food.
Which was gonna be the best thing.
You're kidding. I'm sorry.
have a homophobic slur to say.
In my defense, you've really grown. It's almost like you're a whole different lot.
In Open biology, aged between 10 and 15 often experience growth spurt. That way, when comparing Nene now and Nene 1 year ago, it's not too surprising if you not realize they're the same person.
It's still quite a surprise. I never knew that an oblong could grow that much in a single year.
Now Mr. Shaw know to rely on push growth spurt Nene more than ever.
We can always count on Oblong. Us Homs could learn a lot from you.
Like how to be a dragon.
Nene have these moments, lady, when we get a teeny bit lonely. Mr. Shaw, such chowhound.
I don't think that happens to me.
Nene prepares some grub, too sweet. No, Mr. Shaw, go call Keenan and Miss Melia and tell her to wash out.
Really, that's... We thought she was so grown up for always taking care of Keenan. Really, she's just a kid. No wonder she's lonely.
Mr. Shaw, something happened? Tell you too rapidly to move, or what?
Wait, I've got it.
Ma'am?
I'll round up all the others. Then after, we can all chip in the meal. It'll be more
Well,
fun.
we all know you can't cook.
Mr. Shaw. We would not say no.
Girl, you ate that man. No. Quest log. Evelyn on the edge. Oh, I did that already. It's just either what team up. Okay, can I just... It bothers me. Good. Okay, there's only two. Okay. No, literally, it's so nice to not have to deal with drift anymore. Like, it's literally been so long. I just kept putting it off for just so long for no reason. And then I finally just sent it in. It's just like so much better. One is this one.
Nice job.
Is it just like what the heck? Oh, sick! I got an XR night. I got the last one that I needed. And I got it. King of This appears to be the place. For what, huh? I was literally just playing X and like, it's so nice to be able to just like, just freaking book it. Just, and I know there's the quick step gems making you move faster, but like I literally never use them because like, why? It's just a spot it's taken up when I could use it for something else. You know, like Which actually, Vicky has the fastest. Where am I going? Okay.
Yes?
So, you've retained with the Iron Hearts. My thanks. These ought to revitalize our injured warriors. They may be hard to stomach, but the powerful medicinal properties is sure to expedite the healing process. Since you've laid out the bait, our next round of hunting should be relatively painless. I'm very much indebted to you for this stay. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Let me go to Tion's lab. Get this side quest later. What? Oh no, not you.
I fear I approach my limit.
No, no. I'm dead. What? What? Beans. A Bane! I love beans. Oh my god, leave me alone! Stop! No!
I fear I approach my
Okay,
limit.
it's great now. Please. Oh. Hi. Hi. I can't talk to you right now. I need to run away. I think this is a dead end, actually. Shit. Bye-bye. I'm going this way. I'm going this way now. Please leave me alone. He's still chasing me. Leave me alone. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, no!
I fear I approach my limit.
Okay, where is that bitch? So I can not get freaking killed by him again. Is that him? I'm gonna go over here. Get stuck. Easy defense up 3. Easy defense up 2. Oh my god! Stop it! Why? I just moved to be.
I fear I approach my limit.
No, not quite, actually. Now it is. But hey, he left. Just go! Oh my god, okay. Yay! Sub-Zero Steel. Hi. 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 Hi.
Yay!
Meh, meh. What Pololo do? One Pololo is extremely not enough to collect. Meh, our friends may be travel persons? That's great. Pololo have a quest that would be perfect for travel persons. Tell me in greater detail. Pololo come to Biona's shoulder by flying with a steamed person and basket attached to Pteryx. But there was big hole in basket, and vital food stuff that Pololo bring. It was strewn across land from sky high. Pololo admit was a bit careless on own side not to notice sooner, but when boss realized, fly into terrible rage. What's crucial asset for so often darkest hour time of crisis, meh? Pololo go and pick back up now! That was exact order. Stuff that ended up scattered all over Biona's shoulder is favor of Pololo, so would love to gather up for sure. But Biona's shoulder also full of terrible monsters wandering about. Pololo forced to reckon with own limitations. So, extend ask to friend travel persons. Please would friends mind gathering up Pololo's favorite whenever find? Wherever find? Clever, thanks for agreeing. Well then, please come to inform Pololo whenever we find more of Pololo's favorite. Pick up all of his huge job, so Pololo give rewards on ongoing basis in proportion to number found. Rest assured that your issue will be attended to with haste. There's something over here. I can't get to it. It's up there, isn't it? Okay. Oh wait, there's another quiet moment over here. That jumps. There's one over here somewhere too. Okay. Oh my god, leave me alone. Okay, collectibles. Okay, we got veg. A vegetable that fosters positivity. Each kernel is packed with sweetness. And snare wire. A type of metal used in machinery. String thin. No. No. Okay, that changed time. No, that's too far. 13. I need... No. Need Kino. Stop. What? Oh my god. It's freaking raining. Land in the sky.
So high up!
It really is, isn't it?
When I stand on tippy edge, I go dizzy. What?
Kino, Don't get too close to the edge. If you use your footing, you can fall.
Here is much safer. Strange view when I come to think about. Clouds look like floaty fluff in your feet.
You're right. I don't think I've ever been this high up before either.
If clouds are in direction down, this continent is floating even higher up than clouds.
Exactly. It's floating much higher up than Frontier Village in Magma Forest. Or even Arid Sea.
Strange, so strange.
Yeah?
Why this island is floating higher than the clouds?
Yes, singing a freaking band. Everyone's having a great time. Multi seems a little irritated. We have a surprise for you guys. Jesse says, all of a sudden, Saul Goodman comes out and starts singing the Breaking Bad remix. When Saul gets to my daddy and my mom, someone else likes things. You are not the guy. You're not capable of being the guy. I had a guy. Like Flash everywhere, and you see Walter and Jesse singing my daddy and my mom along the song, which sings you are not the guy. Everyone in the crowd is going wild and starts crying. Then, if things couldn't get any better, Gus and Max walk onto the stage and Kit's holding the J flag.
You might have it backwards. Maybe they took cobblestone from here and transported it back to Arid Sea. Of course, it's best to take all this with a grain of salt. Until now, no hobbits, or even high Indian, have set foot on this continent. That's why
Did
the
someone
looks
call you
of them might only be speculating about some aspects.
Tarantino-esque?
No, it makes sense. Coming no mistake theory. Schultz really did have everything. Just like that at one time.
Oh no, I'm positive there are things that
Dad once said, Frank Schultz is brain smart, not everything.
Baphomet.
Also brave and cool, and he can do anything if he put mind to it.
Did you really? I'm actually a little embarrassed now.
It's nothing to be worried about. So good thing.
Baphomet.
Also say, Schultz is number one sidekick of Benetton. Next to my own
I see.
When y'all had me for dinner.
Good old Ricky.
Couldn't be me. I love everyone. Even Lobo, I can't remember. Even freaking Rossetti, and he made me cry one time out of frustration because he made me like type in something, and I did, but it wasn't like licking it, and I got so upset. Also, I hated his theme song. Yeah, he's my good buddy now. Leave me alone. We'll level you. We'll level you. Okay, that's fine. I am asleep. Kino's asleep. Kino's asleep. Kino's asleep! No, he's not. I'm dead. report.
I approach my limit. Not to worry. Keep playing balls.
Rescue the high anti-armor who's being attacked by. Oh my god, wait. Wait. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. Kino! Jesus! Dude. Where is he? Wait. Choke! Come on! Oh my god, are you serious? Okay. I was just trying to go faster.
My limit. So strong.
Thank you, Shulk. Jesus.
that a man called Ratson lives within these walls.
Ah, friends of Teelands, are you? We've been expecting you. Go on, in you get.
You're letting us straight through.
You don't want to see any concerning, is all. These walls are imposing, but they aren't here for controlling foot traffic. They're to keep savage monsters from having themselves a rampage.
Most sensible. Well, we'll be going then.
Thanks. Sorry for the time taking.
Y'all hate me because I see past you. Sad. I don't believe your shit, bitch. Mighty Moiven Power Rangers. Is that anything? Wait, Mighty Moiven. Only if Johnny Young Gosh is there. Qualified, certified, best is classified. Conspector Chief 1-1 is named. They receive surveying new lands as gig. Meh! What Pawn Spectres are doing with these stranger people? More important, why it takes so long for everyone to gather in a appointed meeting spot? Meh! Never received such information. 1-1 forget to impart. Ho hum. 1-1 would go to find Pawn Spectres and make more production themselves, but have wings full with other business. Meh, have idea. Could Fence Guard invest the Pawn Spectres to meeting spot? Probably all stuck together in a sticky situation. Fence looks like doing fine jobs so far. Surely there's no extra ball there. 1-1 should be done with business by time Pawn Spectres are here. You can see someone to have word with 1-1, but I'll have to wait till everyone here. Naturally, if they're little reasons.
The scratchy scratch.
For helping 1-1. Okay. Rest assured that your issue will be attended to with haste. Hereupon, Kino will lend a little bit of Hereupon power.
I will use my power to protect my friends. It looks the same as any Amu, if you ask me.
Different subtle. Sure is.
Really? Pardon me. Have you come from Companion's Cave, by any chance?
We've just come from the laboratory, but we were at the cave just before that.
And was everyone there all right?
Yes, it seemed to me.
Oh goodness. That's a relief to hear. Is something wrong? You may be aware, but originally we all lived here together as a group. But then some left because there were machina here.
Exactly. At first we managed to tolerate each other in relative harmony. Obviously we had our share of friction,
What happened? The final straw was something trivial. The companions tried all sorts of ploys to retake the capital, but none of the plans succeeded. Many soldiers were lost this way. One Machina had had enough and told them to just give up. And that's when it happened. Yeah. They shouted, if you rust rats hadn't betrayed us, we wouldn't have lost our brethren and our homes in the first place. Things got heated, and then they left and didn't look back. They shouldn't have forgotten that we all lost friends, family, and homes. They're soldiers, ma'am. In the war, they put everything on the line for their country.
With their
And so-
lives on the line.
When their country was taken from them, the extent of their anger and resentment was fully understandable.
Gotta follow the law.
Yes. Still, we who stay behind don't bear them any grudges. They protected us all, for a long time regardless of race. And bear in mind, in the end, they didn't cast the Machina out. They left the safety of our walls of their own volition. That's why we pledged that if they chose to return, we'd welcome them back and meet them with a smile.
Yeah, they call
I
me
will do
Logan.
whatever is in my power
7 trillion
to make it
tickets
so.
to see Mobius.
Day-day, white eyes, what ink? Inflammation or tear ducts?
By the way, we have heard that someone by the name of Radson lives here. Radson? Yes, he lives over there.
Humans domesticated
Over
dogs
there.
before they developed written language. And now the hairy little bastards never will!
Very kind.
Gross,
It was
this
Radson,
shit with Beth, and I
actually.
can't believe
He
that
was
so
the
many
one who
people
told the
in this
companions
hellsite
to
are
drop their
sucking
quest.
Shakespeare's dick when that sick motherfucker keeps romanticizing literal
I
murder
see.
and fucked up relationships. TikTok is like this unironically.
Alright. Let's go and see him straight away.
Yes, let's.
Okay. How have I only been streaming for half an hour? Oh! Logan. I think there's a certain way to objects made by hand. Some people say you can tell a lot about the maker's personality by their work. I wonder what mine says about me. There's no affinity chart, right? Yeah. Unfortunately. Hello, Shop, my best friend. Yes. Days plus 3, do it, 10 plus 3, 2. Is it up there? Oh my god, oh my god. Thank god there's like no actual platforming in this game because it would be awful. Hmm. literally, why couldn't they have just given us, made the party 4 characters instead? Like, I mean, it is 4 characters. Like, but why can we only have 3 at a time instead of all 4? Oh my god. Why can I not climb these freaking stairs? There we go. Okay. Oh my god.
Are you perchance Ratson?
Yeah, that's me. How do you know my name?
Teelan mentioned you. You are his fellow researcher.
Oh, I see. Teelan sent you. Him and Tyrea still getting on, okay?
Right. Though she did give him a good scolding earlier.
Went to Alchemov again, did he? I did warn him not to be reckless. But when it comes to his research, that boy is
You're laughing. You
television.
confessed to your grandmother's
To be
murder,
honest,
and you're
so does
laughing.
Tyrea.
Does she come here much as well?
No, hardly ever. She's even more focused on the work than Teelan. I couldn't begin to guess why she's so driven.
It must be about her mother after all.
Good night. Alright.
Ratson,
Well, the
we
person
have
who tagged
questions
Stephen Colbert, please.
about the Fog King.
Pokemon Kane and Pokemon Abel.
I see. That's why you're so curious.
We need more to go on. What can you tell us?
Okay, but this.
Because of the Telethia's ether field, the Fog King and his Fog Beasts seem, well, unable to escape Alchemov.
Etherfield.
Yeah, it's the means by which Telethia eliminates any excess ether that they absorb. Now, the Fog King and his beasts happen to
Disgusting
give
and I
off
love
an
oil.
awful lot of ether.
I see. So all Telethia in the vicinity flock there to feed on the ether,
Mobius.
and as a
Not
result,
even used so far.
keep the threat contained.
Mobius, 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 Mobius,
Oh, the
Mobius.
hot noggin of Kino. It'd get worse if not shut up.
But my ether, it worked against Fog Beasts, but not the Fog King. Or rather, it didn't even seem to make direct contact with him.
Shulk, Melia, would you do me a favor and head to Teelan's lab, borrow his Telethia research notes for me?
Sure, we can do that for you.
There's something I'd like to look up about the Telethia's ether field.
Understood.
On another note, we heard that you spoke out against the companions.
I voiced an opinion, yes. I can understand their impatience. Their ancestral home was right there. However, I couldn't abide watching them throw away more lives for nothing.
Nothing. Sounds quite stark.
At first, there were hundreds of us living here. But now, well, you've seen for yourselves.
And all because of the Fog King.
Yeah. So I think you can see why I said what I said. If we end up extinct, we'll have won nothing.
Well spoken. But I'm sure the companions would find those words hard to swallow. I'm sorry. Your people are no more free to go home than we are.
No need for you to apologize, Melia. In truth, it's not costing me any sleep. They seem to be catching on too. After all, they've stayed put since then.
When you put it like that,
I really hate that my rules thing. Cause like no, just because they're your original characters doesn't mean you can do whatever you want with them. If you want to make your original characters suffer and not like
People of
them,
Grandel,
and not like them,
they're living under
get
considerable
help,
strain.
you deserve to lose rights
Not
over them,
knowing what
especially if
became
you
of
want to do
their
that stuff to
homes.
purposely trigger people.
And
Once you do
no
that,
means
your
of return.
original character no longer belongs to you.
But that's also
It
true
belongs to the
of
public
Axis.
who take
His
better care
people
of
lost
them
their
instead.
homes too.
You do not get to
Yes.
take someone else's original
But
characters for yourself just
they're
because you
feeling
don't like how their
desperate, and it's
characters
making them
treating them.
unreasonable.
It too
Whilst
sad.
questioning of my original character.
We were like
Poor-
that too once, weren't we?
Yes, we were.
Not true?
What is that face,
But we
dude?
learned, eventually. All because we wanted to protect the world. And we made that dream a reality. We brought down Zanza.
Overcoming our prejudice gave us strength and unity. Because we shared a goal.
Ratsum's folk, the companions, and us as well. We all share the same goal.
Defeating the Frog King and returning home.
Sounds like job for Europod Hero. Just let Nina
Yeah! I've been waiting for this. The enemy! No, it's Kim Kardashian from the Met Gala or whatever. You know what? I'll just show it to you. This is the picture.
Is that?
Baby.
It's like the one we saw in Alchemos, but much, much larger.
You're right.
I'm not a princess, but an angel.
Shook. Let's see if we can get closer.
Yeah.
Wiping all out is better than mass destruction. Don't at me. And soul phase is better than whatchamacallit, Bang My Dread, and the one from Fess. I think it's called Fess. The song, I don't know what it's called. It's something like that. Which, like, literally, why are there
What is happening over there?
There's 3 different versions of Persona 3. And, like, I don't get why when P3P is the only one you need. Unpopular opinion, but P3P is the definitive version of P3. Which, I mean, technically it is, because it was the last version to come out. So, like, but I'm not playing P3 Fest. Okay? I'm not. I don't care. I don't care about the answer. And I don't care about freaking
Frog beasts.
whatever.
Here they come!
No time for deliberations.
Let's go, Shook.
Got it.
Literally, you only need P3P. Oh my god, I'm going to die immediately. Gotta do some side quests. Did I get this one already? I think I did. Oh wait, there's stuff from Grondo. Feast stars on brand new products. Special discount while stock lasts. Here's this freaking side quest. Baby. And also, every P3P equivalent. Or whatever, you know, is better than the original. Oh. Okay, hello. 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 Huh? You want something from me? Your faces kind of have that look. Right, I see. That sounds rough. You came from Companion's Cape? Then I've got a question for you. On your way to Groundale, did you come across any hard-looking rock with rare materials or anything like that? I don't know. Saw some through the deposits. Yeah, I know all about those. We have a few of them in Groundale as well. Ah, well, still, thanks for telling me about that. I've got something to talk to you about as well, if that's okay. Tell me in greater detail. Like Melia said, I don't think we have enough to go on right now. Right, so I'm currently making tools for those fixing and expanding the ramparts, and I'd like to make it stronger. That's why I've been asking after better materials. Well, actually I've got an idea, but I'll need a catalyst to make it work. I'm not tough enough to track it down by myself, but since you knew all kinds of other materials, I figured, you know. Say, now I think about it, could I just ask you not to get anything into me? That'd be way easier, right? The catalyst I want to use is found near the Balor of Ruins cave. It's a stone people call the Cerulean Shard. As for your reward, maybe I could upgrade any tools you're carrying when I return ours. I can work with anything, like, for example, that ether pick you got. How about it? I bet I could strengthen it to improve the output so you can mine better stuff. Not too shabby, huh? Because I was hoping you'd say that. Phew, I'm really glad you happened to be walking right by. Well, don't let me stop you. I'll be waiting. Rest assured that your issue will be attended to with haste. Not really. No, I'm literally not even kidding. I'm very serious about this. About my stance on P3. Literally just P3P, man. I refuse to play P3 Fest. I refuse. I don't care. Can't think of this one yet. So there's why can I not get over here? Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's get up. Okay. Just jumping. Jumping. Oh my god. Okay. Time is better than whatever else. Way of life is better than whatever else. Iwatodai Dorm is, I'm pretty sure, exactly the same. Danger Zone is better. I say that like I've actually listened to any of the original, like, music. What type of zoo enclosure should you be kept in? Sometimes I remember that the phrase long solo bullet slamming into a world race chamber is a canon Oswald line. It's nothing like slamming a long solo bullet into a world race chamber. Where this thingy? Ugh. Oh, there's. Are you the one with the second? No. What? Oh, you. Hi. I don't really know how to talk to grown-ups. Sorry. It's easier talking to kids though, a little bit. Okay. Hello? Oh, friend is shy too? Huh? Must be shy like Kino. You have the same smell as Kino, so it's matter of fact. Yeah, I get nervous easily, but it's no fun playing on my own. Then what if Kino found friend for friend to play with? Really? I'd love that. Leave everything to Kino. We'll stitch town for bestest possible friend. Make sure everyone happy. Any possible friendings already in mind? Well, there is one person. I saw Celine looking out at the Capitol once. She looked awfully lonely. Also, there's a boy called Nestinor. I only ever talked to him once, but he lives near a lake, I think. Oh, and there's a super cute Nopon Vidoro. I always wanted to talk to her. She seems to like rooms and stuff. Understandings. Kino will have done in time of record. Meme, can't find Shiropon. Can't find Garantor either. If Alala recall, designated Garantor as young bird lady? Melly? How should we change up my party? Meme, you're that bad person. Alala remember you. You are Garantor of Shiropon. A Garantor? I don't know what you mean. No use denying! Alala not find Hiropon Miki anywhere, so we'll have to extract a repayment from designated Garantor. Meme, want to know what that entails? Standard way of repayment is, drumroll, by possession of dessert. Specifically, Alala is after dessert that's bigger than Alala. Sweet, golden, springy, and also tender. Meh, very good, very good. Firstly, fans will need bucket load of kilo pumpkin. Lucky for fans, they grow everywhere and by on his shoulder. And more importantly, you need literal cherry on top of dessert. Only sweet cherry from banks of tranquil tarn will do. And finally, skill of chef also paramount. Alala not accept unless dessert made by artisan with Alchemoth level of experience. Rest assured that your issue will be attended to with haste. So you're gonna help, Melia? Then I'll help too, if you don't mind, that is. No, I do not mind. I mean, thank you. There's no reason to come out here. I know I have to go all the way down again. Actually, Aloha Plaza. Is I think we're at this place. The ones are quest. Pop specters. These are fun. This one? No. Pololo, Shades, no. Unhappiness? Yes, this one. No. Okay, there we go. Okay. Me. Oh my god. Why? Woo. Yeah, boy. Oh my god, stop. No. No, not you. I don't know where the trample tine is. Just go back. Oh, hi. Hi.
Hey!
Ah, good of you to come by. Mind if I ask first what will help? I could really use an assist right now. Tell me in greater detail. As you've probably gathered, we use these ancient structures for housing. When we first arrived, they were already deserted, ruined almost beyond all hope of repair. We've been doing our best to keep things tidy, but with the march of time, the rubble starts to pile up. We'd like nothing more than to clear it out, but with our numbers, we can't shift the heavy stuff. That's where you come in. Haha, no, I wasn't expecting you to drag it around by yourselves. I was hoping you could get us some hoverstone. It's a mineral with levitational properties. If we can lift the rubble using that, a few pairs of hands would suffice. Thank you. Hoverstone can commonly be found on Sultanah Seal Island, Pilinor, and in the area of the scapular lands. 3 pieces should be enough to make our work swift and easy. Rest assured that your issue will be attended to with haste. I think I had a dream about Hoverstone. No, I had a dream someone was talking about it or something.
What is it?
Oh, won't somebody hear my woes? If only someone around here knew about machines. They'd understand my concerns, surely. I assume from their expression that this matter bothers them. Story sounding not so fun. Kino gets helping age. Why do I know?
What is it?
Oh, can I help you? Oh, I'm sorry to bother you. I saw those mechanical parts and figured we might be able to help you someday fix the junks. I'm sorry to disappoint, but everything you see here is a little more than scrap. Can you tell me what parts you're looking for specifically? We need wiring to link up the generator and the drive system, as well as something to reinforce the hull. Sounds rather complicated. That said, I do have an inkling. You've seen some high-end airships before, right? Well, there are a few crash ones in Alphamont just lying there. And you think we could ship them through parts? Just so, although I don't know what state they're in. You'll have to go and work that out for yourselves. Right, I see. I would have investigated them myself, but everyone else warned me off saying it's too dangerous, so I relented. Still, from what I remember of my preliminary study, I think there should be 3 of the machines left. Understood. Thank you for sharing the information with us. Oh, one moment. I may have a request to go with all that. There are actually some parts I need too. Would you mind terribly finding them for me and bringing them all back together? Of course, that's no problem at all. What kind of parts are you after? I'm so glad to hear you ask. What I need is a palm-sized cog. Understood. We'll keep our eyes out for one of those. I'm counting on you. No problem. Leave it to me. trust in Hereupon Kino and they will be saved. What are all these freaking exclamation points? Ugh. Anyway, no, somebody on Reddit said they were playing like Xenoblade 1 and 2 by like just going back and forth between them. Like they'd beat like a few chapters in one game and then a few chapters in the other, and it's like it seems like torture. Like I could not do that. Like it's just torture, man. Like and also the chapters in Xenoblade 1 should not be like they're not anything. It's not like really fair. It's just like chapter 2. What does that mean? You look dusty from the road. Any chance you have my catalyst? Like, and also like I cannot imagine just like okay, time to like stopping and just being like, okay, time to play Xenoblade 2. Like, no, thank you. Yes, that's it. Thanks, bunches. I knew I was onto something when I asked you lot for help. Right, let's get to the good part. Lend me your ether pick, won't you? Sorry to keep you waiting. What do you think, huh? Sleek form factor, right? You can feel the power at a distance. There are ether deposits in Grandel too, so feel free to test the improvements out to yourself. I got no EXP for that. God damn it. Shoot. Oh yeah, they thought the death. Oh, it's a person. Hi, Celine. I'm so bored of playing on my own all the time. Wish there was someone who'd play with me. Oh wait, do I need a key now? Let me just... Let's vlog. Wallflower, I think it is, yes. Hey, you! Please do go become friend of Angela. Should be much more fun than with more than alone. What? Oh, I was trying to take a screenshot. You want me to be friends with Angela? Yeah, alright. I was getting bored playing on my own anyway. Tell her I'll come and play. Over there. Hello. Me. Why? Vidodo is fearsome dino beast. Please to play, or Vidodo will eat all face. Question before eating a face. Friend no Angela? Because so happen Angela looking for new friend. How about go talk to? Vidodo no Angela. Is Hom girl not wrong? Vidodo ignored Hom in Dino War. Why? Oh wait, hold on. I just remembered. I love to reload during battle. There's nothing like the feeling of slamming a long silver bullet into a piece of shit. There we go. Okay. What? I don't know what that is. Okay. Never mind. Hello.
Yes.
Winnie. It so happened I was in the capital a week before I came to Grand Out. Since the day of the Folk King attack, there's been one tragedy after another. It's got me feeling fragile, like it might fall to pieces at the slightest provocation. Thankfully, being around the armies gives me a little solace. Gentle clam. Me too, bitch. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, boo, doo, boo. Boo, doo, boo, boo. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, doo. Wait. Never mind. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Well, no, it's Xenoblade Hurdle, which is like Wordle, but only guessing songs instead of words. But the problem is, I really only know the songs from Xenoblade 1 and X. Not 2. Good mornings! Kino and Foz have looked for new friends for Angela. What friend think? Know who Angela is? Angela? Yeah, I know her. We only talked once, I think, but I've been wanting to hang out with her. Since they want to play with me. I'm so happy. Thank you, Kino. Thank you so much. Nothing. It was all a piece of pollen cake for Kino. Just ask Kino for a second helping of help anytime. Teehee, maybe I will. Here, have this, and let's play together sometime, okay? Kino played his fight. No, She has 4. Yay! Where did she go? No, I was playing Ring Fit Adventures earlier today, and I was dying. I was like drenched in sweat. I was literally only playing for like 10 minutes. And I was soaking. I was soaked. No, cool. Boop. Okay, how Keon reads. Hey! Hey bitch! Hey bitch! Hey bitch!
Hi there.
This is so strange. How could it have gone? Meh, what's the problem? Lovely tum-tums? I've been tending to these wheat fields, but for some reason Curve Stimulant has mysteriously disappeared. We're struggling enough with the poor harvest as it is. Without that stimulant, I don't know what I'm going to do. It used to be Lena who was in charge of managing the stimulant, but he's moved away from Jandale now. Kind of left us in the lurch here. Obviously, we need enough food if our community here is going to starve. It'd be great if you could help us out, if you're thinking of volunteering. I need you to collect high leaves and thick nectar for me. We can then process them into Curve Stimulant. I've heard that high leaves grow all over the biomass shoulder, so those shouldn't be an issue. As for thick nectar, you can probably get some from the studios around Zen's Thoroughfare when the weather's nice. So you'll help? Thanks a bunch. This sounds like a job for Hero Kino. I got 3, 5. I don't know where Bobby's birthplace. Isn't that? No, that's Henri. My grandpa. Or whatever. Not me. It's not me. I don't particularly feel like playing anymore, but also I don't want to I don't feel like I really streamed long enough. I don't know. Oh, hi. You. Ugh. I have to kill you. food. Hi. Qualified, certified, only mildly terrified, Conspector Tay-Tay is a name in surveying new lands scheme. But really not that matter right now. Tay-Tay is smack in the middle of cataclysmic struggle of life and death. Meh, Kino cannot believe he is a Kino. Tay-Tay was secret surveying, careful to hide from watchful monster eyes, but made worst mistake of life. At end of conspection, met little victory cheers went down, and then monsters spotted Tay-Tay. Monsters poised to lunge for a soft-sucking body of Tay-Tay. Thanks to quick escape legs, Tay-Tay able to hoof it all the way here, then grim realization dawned on Tay-Tay. Somehow Tay-Tay lose more precious than life protective charms. Tay-Tay think possibly could have dropped that near this necropolis just up slope here. Oh, please help Tay-Tay to find dear friends. Tay-Tay is begging you. What are you? I gotta kill you. Gentle clam. This clam's remarkably hard shell conceals a soft and buttery center. Lace chain. Chain that scatters spikes with the smallest motion, mainly for show. stop. No. 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 Oh my god, okay. Go. Okay. Actually, I think I'm gonna be done. Bye bye.